Imagine a world where a single drop of water could destroy everything. Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that this isn't just a wild fantasy, but a chilling possibility explored in literature? Well, that's the world Kurt Vonnegut creates in his mind-bending novel, Cradle. This book takes us on a journey that is as thought-provoking as it is unsettling. This book isn't your typical sci-fi adventure. It's a hilarious and terrifying look at science, religion, and the power of human stupidity. Vonnegut masterfully blends dark humor with profound insights, making us question the very fabric of our reality. So buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into a world on the brink of annihilation. The stakes are high and the tension is palpable as we navigate through this chaotic landscape. Cradle takes us on a wild ride with our narrator, Jonah. He's not just any writer. He's on a mission to uncover the truth. He's writing a book about what people thought about the atomic bomb on the day it dropped. This quest for understanding leads him to unexpected places and unimaginable discoveries. Little does he know, his research will lead him down a rabbit hole of scientific discovery, religious fanaticism, and a substance called Ice-9, which can freeze any water it touches. Yikes! This substance is not just a scientific curiosity, it's a potential harbinger of doom, capable of ending life as we know it. Remember playing with string as a kid and making that diamond shape with your fingers? That's a cat's cradle. It's a simple game, yet it requires a certain level of dexterity and imagination. The strings twist and turn, creating intricate patterns that can be both beautiful and perplexing. The book is named after this simple game, and it represents the tangled webs we weave as humans. Just like the game, our lives are full of twists and turns, connections and disconnections, all forming a complex web of relationships and events. Just like the string, our lives are interconnected in ways we don't always understand. Each string represents a person, a relationship, or an event, all intertwined in a delicate balance. One small tug can ripple through the entire web, affecting everything and everyone connected to it. And sometimes those connections can have disastrous consequences. A single misstep can cause the entire structure to collapse, like a house of cards or a chain reaction of falling dominoes. The fragility of these connections is a reminder of how delicate our lives truly are. Vonnegut throws us headfirst into this tangled web as Jonah stumbles upon the world of the Hoenikker children. Each step he takes unravels more of the intricate and often chaotic connections that define their lives. Their father, Felix Hoenikker, was one of the fathers of the atomic bomb. His work changed the course of history, yet he remained detached from the moral and ethical implications of his creation. He was a man utterly unconcerned with the real-world implications of his work. To him, science was a game, a puzzle to be solved without considering the potential consequences. He's more interested in the abstract beauty of science, like a child playing with a dangerous toy. The allure of discovery and the pursuit of knowledge overshadowed any thoughts of the potential harm his inventions could cause. And his children? Well, they've inherited his scientific brilliance and his obliviousness to danger. They continue to explore and experiment, often unaware of the peril their actions might bring. Their lives, much like the cat's cradle, are a complex and delicate web, constantly at risk of unraveling. We've got Franklin, the giant of a man with a childlike fascination with toy trains. Then there's Angela, their adopted sister, who finds solace in playing the clarinet. And finally, there's Newt, the quirky artist who paints miniature landscapes. Each sibling grapples with their father's legacy in their own way, completely unaware of the deadly secret hidden within their family. As Jonah digs deeper into the lives of the Hoenikker children, he uncovers the existence of Ice-9. This seemingly harmless substance has the power to freeze any water it comes into contact with, potentially setting off a chain reaction that could end all life on Earth. Talk about high stakes. Cat's Cradle isn't just a thrilling science fiction story. It's a commentary on the dangers of blind faith, both in science and religion. On the island of San Lorenzo, where much of the story takes place, we encounter Bokononism, a fictional religion that embraces the absurdity of life. Bokononism, with its bizarre rituals and nonsensical teachings, might seem ridiculous at first, but look closer, and you'll see it reflects the human need to find meaning and purpose, even in a world that often feels meaningless. It makes you think, are our own beliefs so different? Are we all clinging to something, whether it's science, religion, or just plain old hope, to make sense of the chaos? Before we continue, if you're enjoying the content, hit like and subscribe for more insightful summaries. The discovery of Ice-9 throws everything into sharp relief. This substance, created with the best of intentions, or at least with a scientist's detached curiosity, now threatens the very existence of humanity. It's a powerful metaphor for the unintended consequences of scientific progress. Think about it. We live in a world where scientific advancements happen at lightning speed. But are we always considering the potential consequences? Or are we, like Felix Hoenikker, so caught up in the neat factor that we fail to see the danger until it's too late? Despite the looming threat of global annihilation, Cat's Cradle isn't all doom and gloom. It's also a story about human connection and the search for meaning in an absurd world. Jonah, our narrator, is on his own journey, trying to make sense of it all. He forms unlikely bonds with the eccentric Hoenikker children, each grappling with their own demons. He encounters the absurdity of Bokononism, a religion built on lies but offering a strange sense of comfort. And through it all, he never gives up on trying to understand the world around him, even as it seems to be falling apart. Vonnegut's message in Cat's Cradle is clear. Blind faith, whether in science, religion, or anything else, can have disastrous consequences. It's a message that's more relevant than ever in our world today. We're bombarded with information, with conflicting opinions, with scientific breakthroughs and religious pronouncements. It's easy to get swept up in the tide, to blindly accept what we're told. But Cat's Cradle reminds us to think critically, to question everything, and to be wary of anyone who claims to have all the answers. Cat's Cradle is a darkly funny, thought-provoking masterpiece that will stay with you long after you finish reading it. It's a novel that delves into the absurdities of human nature and the complexities of our existence. It's a book that makes you laugh, think, and maybe even want to scream in frustration. The humor is sharp, the satire biting, and the questions it raises are profound. But most importantly, it's a book that forces you to confront the big questions. Questions about life, science, and the very fabric of our society. What do we believe in? What are the foundations of our beliefs, and how do they shape our actions and our world? What happens when our creations spiral out of control? When the things we build to improve our lives become the very things that threaten our existence? And how do we find meaning in a world teetering on the brink of destruction? In a world where chaos seems to be the only constant, how do we make sense of it all? These are questions that don't have easy answers, but they're questions worth asking. They challenge us to think deeper, to look beyond the surface, and to question the status quo. So, if you're ready for a mind-bending journey that will challenge your perspectives and leave you pondering the absurdity of it all, pick up Cat's Cradle. You won't regret it, or maybe you will. Who knows? But one thing is certain, it will leave an indelible mark on your mind. In the world of Kurt Vonnegut, anything is possible. His imagination knows no bounds, and his ability to weave complex narratives with humor and insight is unparalleled. We reached the end, but before you leave, join our community of passionate readers by simply subscribing to our channel, where your love for knowledge and great stories truly matters.